Hi guys, so I told you I was going to show you how to do the blind hemming, the blind hand sewn hem for your skirts or shorts. So this is the demo for that. As you can see, I have already folded and pressed up the hem of my skirt. So I've folded it up 1 centimetre. 1 centimetre first and then 3 centimetres. So there's little notches that you would have cut in your skirt. You can see that one there. So that's the point where we've folded it up to. So that's what you need to do first to get it all neatly ready to go. Then you need to take a sewing needle, a nice thin one, so we'll go with this one here. And about 1 metre of thread will be a good place to start. So we'll take off a nice long piece there. And I'm going to thread my needle. Okay, beautiful. Alright, I'm going to tie a knot in the end. Alright, so I've got my thread, I'm ready to get started. I'm going to flip this around. Okay. So to start off with, we want to kind of hide the little knot that we've created, and we don't want it visible from the right side, the outside of our skirts. So we're going to make sure that it gets hidden either into a seam allowance at the centre back here, or just into the folded up allowance here. I'm going to pop it in behind this seam allowance here, so it's going to come out there. So that's not visible at all from the front. So to create this blind hem, we are going to create a series of stitches that are going to travel all the way around the bottom. First of all, we're going to travel through this little edge of the hem. So I'm going to put my needle in here, and I'm going to go along about 2 centimetres in that little folded gap there. So 2 centimetres along, the needle's going to pop up there. I'm then going to create a tiny little stitch, just picking up a few threads from the outside of the skirt. So just a couple of threads there. I'm then going to go back in, travel along another couple of centimetres, trying to keep it consistent. So we're going to try and go along another 2 centimetres or so, back out, and I'm going to create another little stitch. Oop. Just picking up a few threads there. Back in. Couple of threads. Back in. Couple of threads. So you can see that there's really not a lot of thread visible. If we left a lot of thread in there, you can easily get that caught with your fingers and stuff, so it's not ideal. You'll end up breaking your thread and pulling it out. So if we keep it hidden in that little ridge there, we don't have that problem. You can use this technique to hem pants, skirts, anything really, if you don't like the length of any garments that you currently own. And you don't need a machine, and the stitching is barely visible from the outside, especially if you use a colour that matches your fabric. Alright, so I'm just going to flip this over now. So you can see I've created a series of tiny little stitches that are barely kind of visible from this side. If I was to have done this in a white or natural colour, you wouldn't really be able to see them at all. So this is how we're going to continue all the way around our skirts. So I'm just going to go until I hit the next side seam, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. Alright, so I've just hit the side seam here, but I'm going to pretend that this is like I've gotten all the way back around to my centre back. So to finish off your hem, we need to sort of secure the thread so it doesn't unravel. So to do that, we just need to create a series of back stitches on top of each other. So I'm doing this in just the seam allowance here. So these stitches would not be visible from the outside. I'll show you. So you can't see those stitches coming through anywhere because they're just happening in the seam allowance. And I'm just going to do a series of maybe another 1 or 2 on top of each other, and then I can just clip my thread and that won't unravel. So you need to do that all the way around the base. If you're doing shorts, you need to do it around both legs, obviously. And that is the final step in completing your garments. Okay.